My ex-best friend of 12 years just called me in tears to apologize for believing her cheating boyfriend's lies about me hitting on him, but now I don't know if I can trust her again after she threw me away like that. My ex-best friend, 21 female, and I, 22 female, knew each other for 12 years. We were literally each other's ride or dies, and we were there for every important moment in each other's lives. I considered her as the sister I never had. In January, my best friend got into a relationship with a guy. She seemed happy and she told me that he was the best guy she'd ever been with. When I met him, he was cool and he seemed nice. Fast forward a few months later. One night I was out with some other friends and we went to this spot that we would usually hang out at. My best friend wasn't with us because she was working that night. I ended up running into her boyfriend and his friends. My friend group and his group ended up chilling together and everything was cool. I had only had one drink that night because I had to get up early the next morning, however everyone else had a couple of drinks in them. I ended up leaving early and told them that the Uber I had ordered was on its way. My best friend's boyfriend offered to walk with me because he also had to go out to smoke. We end up outside and I proceed to also have a quick smoke before my ride arrives. We start talking about trivial stuff and then about my best friend. I told him that it sucked that she wasn't able to come that night. At first he agreed with me but then he said, yeah, but if she was here we wouldn't be talking right now, which rubbed me the wrong way. I was looking at my phone to see where the Uber was and pretended that I didn't hear what he said. He repeated what he said and went on to add that if he wasn't with my friend, he'd be pursuing me. I ended up snapping at him and told him that what he was doing is seriously messed up. My Uber was pulling up so I told him to get lost and got inside the car. I ended up texting my friend on my way home and told her that I needed to speak to her urgently and that she should call me when she gets off in the morning. I didn't tell her what it was about because I felt like this type of information needs to be told face to face or at least be heard. When the next morning came, she had not called me but she had seen the text message because the red receipts were on. I called her and the minute that she picked up I could tell she was pissed. I asked her how she was doing and she was being very short with me. After a few awkward moments, I told her that I needed to tell her about something that happened the night before and she said I know. Turns out that her boyfriend had texted her the night before that I had tried to flirt with him. According to him, I was trying to take advantage of him being drunk to flirt with him while we were smoking and that he rejected my advances. To make it worse, he picked her up that morning from her job and fed her more lies about that night. She ended up cussing me out and to be honest I started cussing her out too. I told her she was an idiot for believing any of that but it's like she wouldn't hear it. Our friendship ended that day and we haven't spoken since that exact day, which was almost a year ago now. She called me from a new number, I blocked her, and basically said that she was sorry for believing those things, that he cheated and that she now realizes how much of a liar he is. She said it doesn't excuse what she did but she believed him because she loved him and thought he was the one. She was crying during the call and I could feel her emotions. I'm so conflicted. This is my ex-best friend of 12 years. The person that I practically grew up with. Normally I'd never take someone back but there's a lot of history between us and I feel so conflicted. I still love her to this day. Should I try to salvage our friendship and give her another chance? Relevant comment: forgiveness also doesn't mean that you have to be friends again. If she hadn't found out he cheated, she would still have thought you were lying. OP, there's a part of me that wants to forgive, but there's another part that thinks I would be forgiving her when it's not deserved. I don't know this for a fact but most of the friends her and I had in common started distancing themselves from me and I think she had something to do with it. They didn't completely cut me off but there was a night and day difference between before all of this happened and after. They're now more like acquaintances. I have other great friends to myself but losing my best friend and the good friends we had in common at the same time was the worst feeling. I didn't tell anyone about this so if they didn't hear it from me, then they must have heard it from her. Update: first of all thank you so much to everyone for the advices and comments. They truly helped me when it came to sorting out my thoughts and feelings. I ended up meeting my ex-best friend at a cafe Friday afternoon. I did not want to go to her place or for her to come to mine. It was extremely awkward and tense. She began to apologize again for what she did and that she would take it all back. I told her how much she hurt me and how blindsided and betrayed I felt. I told her how upset I was by the fact that she never even let me share my side of the story. She told me that she had suspicions that her ex wasn't who he said he was months prior to their breakup. She also said that she suspected he may have lied on me but she wasn't sure. I asked her why she didn't say anything or reach out to me if she had doubts and she said that she once again wasn't sure and didn't know what to believe. I asked her why she's sure now that he was lying and apparently it's because he threw it in her face during the breakup. Apparently they had a big argument and he told her, "You're so freaking stupid you let me convince you that your best friend was coming on to me." That kind of annoyed me and I began to wonder if she would have reached out if he never confirmed her suspicions. I asked her that, and she said that she didn't know. We talked a bit more about the breakup and then I asked if she had badmouthed me to our friends in common. She confessed that she did tell them that I had tried to hook up with her ex, that she couldn't believe I would betray her and that I shouldn't be trusted. I told her that her spreading those lies really hurt my friendships, and that people now question my character. I told her that she needs to go tell those people the truth and she agreed. I ended up telling her that although I appreciate her apologies, I can't forgive her. I told her that I don't hate her or have any bad feelings towards her but that I can forgive her. I can't get past the fact that she badmouthed me to people and only reached out to me because she got confirmation from the guy who lied on me. I thought about it, and deep down I know that I couldn't forgive her in the moment. I told her that I do not want her in my life right now, but that it might change. If I do end up wanting a friendship with her, then I'll reach out when and if I feel like I'm ready for that. We both ended up crying, and honestly this felt worse than any breakup I've ever had. She told me that her mom asked about me, which made me extremely sad because her mom is like a second mother to me. Not only did I lose my best friend, but I lost a second family. Since that meeting, some of our friends have reached out and said sorry for icing me out. I assume she must have told them the truth. I haven't responded because I honestly am upset that they picked a side without even asking me what happened. At this point I really do not want to deal with any of them. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at for now. I'll update if anything else happens in the future.